Hey my peoples, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about why we're so depressed. I'm gonna be talking about why we're so depressed. Like, why me and you are so depressed. Like, we're depressed because we're suppressed. We are crushed. Our spirit is crushed from the outside world and because of ourselves. So depression is really just you suppressing who you truly are and your purpose, how you truly feel, from the outside world, like as far as when you're around your family members and your friends and your relationships. We're depressed because we suppress a lot of our negative emotions deep down inside ourselves and our souls, and we try our best to ignore those negative thoughts that are like in our heads. And those negative thoughts, yes, they're not you for real. They're not really your soul telling you you have no purpose, you're not good enough. Those thoughts are not your soul telling you those things. It's just it's like we never know as far as the unknown, so we always assume things. And when we assume things, we just go based on our emotions. So let's say you're having these thoughts and you're not sure if they're true or not. They're not true because they're created from your own ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're overthinking as far as what they think about you and what they said about you, what could happen, it's because you are thinking these things because you're going by how you feel. And how you feel is negative. So when you have all these negative emotions suppressed within you and you don't have no way of coping with them, they're gonna come out as whatever way you cope with them, whatever is really truly like comfortable for you. So let's say that you have a drinking problem, or you have anger issues or something like that. And let's say or you're a teenager, and let's say you're depressed. That's because you have all these negative emotions buried deep down inside that you need to get out and you need to heal from. Because if you don't heal from that, and if you don't get all those negative emotions out, it's gonna come out in a negative way. So you're depressed because you have unhealed trauma. You're depressed because you are in the wrong environment. You're living the wrong type of lifestyle. And you're suppressing who you truly are, which is your authentic self. Who you are around people that you're comfortable with. Or you're doing something you're not really truly happy about. And there's something else that you want to do, but you can't do it because it's like, you don't feel good enough. So it's like you gotta break out of that mindset of being depressed, because you keep thinking negative thoughts and feeling negative energy all the time. If you're sitting there on your bed, on your couch, or in your car, and you feel like these emotions are coming through, you have to train your mind to get out of that. And it's not easy because it's a habit. We never were taught how to truly cope with our issues. No, we were really truly taught how to do the opposite, how to deal with our emotions and our problems and stuff. If you grew up in a toxic ass family, usually families, they like to hide things, and they don't like talking about things, so they just avoid it, and then it comes out in a way that needs to be talked about half the time, especially at like Christmas or Thanksgiving time, and you find that your family are fighting and arguing and blah blah blah. It's always the same thing. It's because they put all the the truth. They basically is suppressing the problem under the carpet because they don't want to deal with it. That's the same thing with depression. It's like you have a secret that you basically not a secret, but let's say you have negative emotions, or there's something that you can't suppress or express. That's depression. What is it that you're suppressing that is making you sad or depressed? Whatever it is, you need to let it out. You need to face it. You need to cope with it. And like I said about coping, is that sometimes we cope in the wrong ways, like drinking, for instance, or smoking, or we just avoid it. That's what I'm saying. That's the negative way of coping. The best way you can cope with your unhealed trauma and your problems is to face it. And to face it can be very hurtful, because you have to feel the pain in order to heal it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to basically reprogram your mind as well to basically heal, because your mind and your heart are connected to each other. I'm not going to get into now why, but I just feel that your mind and your heart are connected, and when they're not in sync with each other, it's broken right there. So you have to basically go within and face what it is that's making you sad, what it is that you're hurt from, and you have to face it. You can go by therapy. I suggest therapy. Talk to your therapist about it. Talk about the pain with your therapist. Stop talking about your daily life problems that can be easily fixed just like that. You know what I'm saying? You need to talk about your unhealed trauma and your pain with your therapist. You know what I'm saying? What it is that's triggering you to be sad. Stop venting to your therapist as well. Ask them questions about what is your problem. Why do I do this? Why do I do that? What can I do to stop this? Ask them questions like if they were a teacher, because they're teaching you how to help yourself. Instead of them trying to diagnose you with stuff, that'd be what? Just ask them questions. They will ask you questions as well, because questions, for some reason, they open doors within. I don't know why. Questions open doors, because questions are thoughts. Questions manifest from thoughts. You think a thought and you question it. I have this thought, I have a question. Or I have this thought that I am questioning. You have to question those thoughts. Why am I thinking this way? I have a question to ask. Why am I thinking this way? Why do I feel this way? And then your therapist will tell you why. Also, if you're a spiritual person, you can also meditate, go within, close your eyes, and turn your mind on, and feel relaxed and really go within, what it is, what's my problem? Why do I feel this way, basically? And another way, try to find positive ways to get rid of that depression, because if not, you're going to be feeling this same emotion over and over again. You basically going to be sitting there in depression all day, and nobody got time to be sitting here in depression mode, because life is literally short, and I ain't got time to be sitting here my life sucks. I don't got nothing to do. Like, I don't have no purpose. I'm sad. Like, you have to realize, like, life is short. We're not going to be 25 forever. We're not going to be 35 forever. We're not going to be 10 years old forever. We're going to eventually get older and older and older, and one day look back at our lives like, all I did was be depressed. Like, because by the time you're older, instead of old people, they like to judge younger people, but they never judge themselves. Like, when you get older, you have to look in the mirror and really see yourself. Like, look past in your life as an old lady, as an old man, and be like, did I really appreciate my past? Like, did I really do the things that I love? Like that's literally, that hits you probably when you're old. I don't know how the minds of old people think sometimes, but if I was an old person, I would think to myself, like, did I really like my life? Because I would probably be stuck on the past. I'm the type of person to be stuck on the past, because what I did in the past says a lot who I am today. You know what I'm saying? And how they turned me into today. And the past is really hard to get over, especially when you have unhealed trauma. But the future is what you want to do good by. You know what I'm saying? Like, today, instead of sitting depressed, think about the future. But think about the future in a positive way. Because don't be thinking like things bad are gonna happen, because if you think that way, something bad is going to happen some way and somehow, because you manifested that. But if you sit and think positive, like, oh, something's good gonna happen for me today. I'm gonna do something good for myself today. I am going to spoil myself today. It all starts in the present moment by how you think. How you're thinking right now is basically gonna dictate the future, present, and the past. Like, y'all got these too messed up. Like, the present moment is all that you have, and that is a true fact. It is all you have. The future and the past really don't fucking matter anymore. What matters is the present, and the present is what we avoid because we have problems as of right now. So the present moment could be changed in multiple ways, but that is when you have the self-control to change your present moment. So what are you doing in the present moment right now besides watching my video? But what were you doing 10 minutes ago? Were you crying, or were you happy, or were you talking to your friend, or whatever it was? That's what you did at that present moment. So let's say at this present moment while you're watching my video, hopefully you feel good, hopefully you feel engaged, but at this present moment, you want to think to yourself after you watch this video, like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go do something for myself. Like, I'm gonna go do something that I enjoy. Do something that you enjoy doing, like you like doing. You know what I'm saying? And if you fall back into that depression, journal out your thoughts. Journal, like, why am I thinking this way? I feel like, I feel this negative energy. Write, journal how you feel. Talk to a loved one, someone that makes you feel better, someone that makes you feel good. You always want to think the positive. Like, I know y'all know what y'all like doing. I know y'all know the difference between something's negative and something's fun, something's good. So basically, to overcome your depression is to think positive and do something fun. You gotta get your mind out of that as soon as possible. Don't be sitting here being depressed, because life is too short for all that. I ain't got time to be sitting here depressed, to be honest. And we have to embrace change in some way. I'm still processing myself how to embrace change and how to deal with pain or deal with change. So change is something we all don't want to face because we are in the comfort zone. So once we embrace change, we will be able to change our problems. You know how when you have to problem solve something, you have to find out the solution, and actually there's a result, you fix it. So our life will have to be looked at the same way, unfortunately. Like, let's say you work a job that you don't like. That's change. You will have to change your job. You will have to move out. Or you will have to break up. That is change. So sometimes you have to figure out what the problem is and go and fix it. And when you fix it, it could be very uncomfortable. But the uncomfort, you have to break out of being uncomfortable, I guess, because that's just how it is sometimes. So, but that's it for this video. But that is really all change and depression really is all about. Depression really is just you just suppressing who you truly are. And who you truly are is who you want to be. And that's who you need to be. Like, okay? So, okay, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.